You know, you drive into big cities and you see tall buildings and skyscrapers and all that. You don't ever know. You could be any.
Yes.
You could be in Atlanta. You could be in Dallas. When you see that arch,
You know it.
you know
St.
where you're
Louis.
at, man.
Right. I think the beautiful thing about when you say St. Louis and East St. Louis, in this area, they take a tremendous amount of pride, not just in the Cardinals, but also the Blues. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, when they're going, the whole town shuts down to support, and that's huge. And I just think, you're talking great music, great nightlife, great art, all those things, jazz, you name it. St. Louis it's a melting pot for all of those things, and in a very diverse city. And I think we're making progress. We got to keep pushing forward, but it's a lot of energy.
So you're from St. Louis or you're from East St. Louis?
East St. Louis. Mom and Dad's family grew up on the St. Louis side.
Yeah.
My mom moved to the east side when I was probably about 4 years old.
Now you have to distinguish whether you're East St. Louis or whether you're St. Louis, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a fight or a wrestling match,
Right.
but I think like anything, you take pride in where you're from. My mom and dad both were raised on the St. Louis side, and all of them on the St. Louis side. So all of my family pretty much is on the St. Louis side. When you talk about the numbers of people, my mom just chose to come to the east side.
So so you can identify with both because you spend time.
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
both.
I mean, just
You're from the city.
because the love is all the same. There are a lot of people on both sides that played a part in my success in getting to this point. So what did it mean to you when you took the job at Mizzou? What did that mean? What was that feeling?
You know, what was exciting for me is just representing the entire state. I don't think it really hits you until you coach a game and see how important the rest of the state views it. I feel that pride, but I also feel kind of that pressure to produce for our state. I think the key to our success is going to be embracing, St. Louis and making sure I understand who they are at a deeper level so that we can recruit the best players out of it.
Yes.
My first chance to really get to be around you was when I got the job. You played Illinois over at, was it the Enterprise Center?
Yes.
And we beat them.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? I mean, obviously you've been kicking Illinois' ass. I think you're 3-1. But what's that like for you to come home to St. Louis as the head coach from Missouri and a big-time rivalry to be the head coach and then win?
It's a great feeling, man, because you're talking about in December, and I'm not sure many programs can argue, but in December, that's probably the number one game. Now, you might have tournaments that people play here and there, but in December, on a consistent basis, that's the number one game in the country. And it's been a high-level game, a lot of energy. Obviously, Brad Underwood has done a great job with his program. We've been blessed to win 3 in a row, which is never easy. But the fans really make that game. The players compete, they play hard, but the fans make that game. And I think whoever has a great fan base, great energy. The first time that game we played, oh man, I got caught in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was powerful. It was. So I want to show you this right here.
Yeah.
This is right here. This Washington Street.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where we used to get on the bus. We take the Alta Side bus right here. And then we take another bus. I can't remember the other bus to go throughout St. Louis to go to my aunt's house. But this is the location right here where we'd always, this location, I remember this. When you're thinking of St. Louis outside of Arch, this is probably the second most thing I remember because this was always be the stop. When you come across on the east side, the bus lets you off right here, and you get on another bus. Or you get on the bus coming from my aunt's house or my grandmother, my father's house, the bus will let you off here to go back to the east side. But it was always right here. East St. Louis, home, sweet home.